Use caution and remember to pause when responding. You won't be the only one feeling this way.
Well, hello, Pisces. This is Don Rivera and Bonnie Morris. We are Cards and Constellations. And if you have Pisces anywhere in your chart, you have found the right place to be, because we're going to give you the inside information, helping you determine how you can navigate the week in front of you. And what week are we talking about? That is June 16th through the 22nd. So let's get kicked off. Let's kick things off with the astrology side. And that's Miss Bonnie's opportunity to speak to you. What you got there, Miss Bonnie?
We're going to start off with the moon. The moon is going to go void, of course, 3 times this week that you need to pay attention to. Monday at 10:30 a.m. until 11:09 when it moves into the sign of Pisces. All times are based on Phoenix, Arizona, and that is Mountain Standard Time. On Wednesday at 2:33 in the afternoon until 4:08 when it moves into the sign of Aries. And then finally on Sunday at 6:50 p.m. until 7:57 when it moves into Gemini. Now, understand this Wednesday, the 18th, we have the last quarter moon in Pisces. And I was asked to include the cycle, which means we have to step back and find the new moon in Pisces. And that was on February 20th of 2023 at 1 degree, 22 minutes of Pisces when you set your intentions. So if you have a journal or a calendar or whatever it is that you write your intentions down, take a look at that, because that's what is completed. Okay. On December 19th of 2023, we had the first quarter. That's when you did all the work. You got it all built and did whatever it was that you intended. And that was at 27 degrees of Pisces. The full moon came on September 17th at 2024, 25 degrees of Pisces. That's when you surveyed everything, made changes, and then pivot away. We have the last quarter this week. That's when you congratulate yourself. You look at your success and then turn away and wait for the next new moon, which is Wednesday, the 25th in Cancer. Now let's go see what's specific for you, Pisces. Holy cow, your emotions are really at the center of this week. You may feel like you're an emotional roller coaster. Be patient. Use caution and remember to pause when responding. You won't be the only one feeling this way. This is a week to work on your patience. You will have some energy, strong willpower, a sense of responsibility. And at the middle of the week, you may feel maybe some insecurity. Be patient. It will pass. Towards the end of the week, it may surprise you that you're going to get things going. You've got energy and accomplish a lot. Don't let your emotions get out of control or go to any sort of extreme. Be patient with yourself. Do some self-care and try not to feel offended by anybody else. You may need to sit down and have a direct conversation about your feelings. Remember, they can't read your mind. And did I mention being patient? Have a wonderful week. Don, what do you have?
Pisces, can we talk? Can we talk? Okay, let's discuss. Here we go. Just picking up on something you said there. I love that. Pisces, open up and have a conversation this week. It's super important for you to do so. Let me pick up on what Tarot is also telling you in reference to conversations. All right, again, here we go. Our first card out, High Priestess. I'm loving this. You have a lot of good energy for newness this week, okay? So when you see the High Priestess energy, she is somebody who is floating above, rising above, moving forward, somebody who is planting seeds. The seeds are not, as you know, they're not the miracle jelly beans that you plant and they pop up a vine quickly. These are planting seeds that will harvest down the road. And so you're going to see the abundance and the harvest down the road from what you're putting into place now. So this is a week of getting an idea of where you want to be, what you want to do, how you want to see yourself in a number of months or maybe even next year, and then start figuring out, okay, what do I do then? How do I do this? What seeds do I plant? How do I cultivate this? How do I make this happen? Whom in my life is important? Whom in my life is not important? This may be a good opportunity to not only have the conversations that Bonnie was mentioning based on astrology, but have that conversation with yourself of who is helping me move forward. And this is a me moment. This is a, are you talking about me? Am I the drama? You better be. This is the week for that, because I really want you to understand that there are times where we have to do an inventory, not only of our finances, not only of our investments, not only of our assets or the things that are in our lives, but those people who are in our lives and who those and what those people can bring to us, or what those people can keep us from achieving. Not that they intend to necessarily, because I'm not talking necessarily about bad intentions. What I'm saying is have an inventory and figure out what people that bring me positive energy, people that bring me the uplifting spirit, people that also can keep me real, but not in a negative way. Go through and do that inventory. You may be surprised what you find there, because sometimes moving forward means, unfortunately, sometimes leaving behind. And there are sometimes that's the case. Okay? So next card out is the Judgment card. The Judgment card is wonderful too, because, and I love this, by the way, 2 major arcana cards. So this is when you have major arcana anywhere in your reading, you are being told very clearly that this is an impact that will have a lasting effect, not just a weekly effect or a 1 or 2 week thing. No, this is not Mr. Right Now, Mrs. Right Now. This is Mr. Forever and Mrs. Forever, but I'm not talking relationships, okay? I'm just saying in essence, so you can get it, all right? The point is that this is the Judgment card. So the Judgment card is saying, as you plant these seeds, the work that you put in is the work you will get out. So as you plant the seed, as you plan, and as you start moving forward, remember, it's up to you. It's up to you how much you get out of it based on what you're willing to put into it. So if you're, first of all, going through an inventory and cleansing and purging, then the chances are that that's going to be very helpful for down the road. If you are planting the seeds and they are not easy, maybe you're somebody who's writing a book. It's time to write the book. It's time to sit down and write those paragraphs, write those chapters. And it's not easy, of course. But again, if you put the work in, it'll benefit from you. If you're somebody who is looking at starting a business, put the work in, create the business, do the advanced work. Find out, do I know my customer? Do I know my product? Do I know my area that I'm doing my service or product in? And how can I connect the product, the service, and location? So where they're all, and my target audience. Again, do the work in advance. And that's what this week is about. So where ultimately the payoff will be greater. If you shortchange it now, don't be surprised if you're shortchanged down the road. And then we have here a 5 of Pentacles. The one thing that you should not do is go backwards. There's nothing there for you. There's nothing there that needs to keep you there. Okay, so again, nothing there is so important that you need to be stuck in the past. You need to move forward. And I talked about being stuck, and I talked about people. We talked about that. So that sometimes it's time to leave things. And let me remind you, this is where I tell people over and over again, the rear view mirror in your car is very small. Your windshield is very large. Why is that? Is it because you drive backwards? Hell no, because that's why it's small. You cannot control what you have just seen and done. That's why the rearview mirror, it shows you who's behind you, what's going on, but it's only showing you where you've been. The windshield is larger because that's where you're going. And the windshield's where you can make the alterations. You can turn left and you look that way. You can turn right and you can look that way. You can look forward. Whatever it is based on what you see in that massive windshield, and everything is directed from there, not directed from behind you. So let's focus on the windshield and not in the rearview mirror. So we're not looking at backwards. We're looking at what can propel us forward. And again, when we do that, we sometimes have to make decisions we don't like, but it helps to help us move forward. So again, keep that in mind. And one more major arcana. You have to make the change. This is the death card. The death card, there's two cards of change in tarot. One is the Tower card, which is you're not controlling the change. You didn't institute it. You didn't keep it going. It's not controlling by you. This is you. And as I told you very clearly from the outset, with this card, you have chances to make some changes. And if you make the changes, they're going to work. And this is telling you that the universe ain't doing it for you. You have to do it. So let's get to work this week. Let's know that whatever we put to work this week, whatever work on ourselves that we do this week, whatever work we put down on moving forward this week, and whatever planted seeds we move forward for getting our own new job, our own new promotion, our raise, our new company going, creating a new product, anything we choose to do that way, new relationships. If you're looking for Mr. Right or Mrs. Right, this is the one to do it. This is the time to do it again because it's that new energy. But put the work in this week, and the abundance will come to you. One more card and then I'm out of here. And that is the bottom of the deck. And the bottom of the deck is your energy around you this week. So we need to see what's going to be playing at and around you, so where it can either help you or not. And what this is saying is there's going to be a lot of stuff coming at you this week. This card is telling you there's a lot of activity, there's a lot of things, and these things are the things that pull you away. These are the things that are going to try to pull you away from doing what you need to do. But you need to put them away, and you need to not let this energy, this confusing energy, this, oh, I need to do this, and this. No. Prioritize. And again, think about what helps you. And again, go back to your peace, go back to your Zen and say, you know what, this will be your next week. I'll wait. This will wait till next week. It's not that important because I've got work to do. And when I do that work, I know I'm going to pay off. If I take care of these, that's going to be momentary blips. I don't need momentary blips. I need future benefits. Okay. That's what I got, Miss Bonnie.
Well, it's interesting. The first card you got was the High Priestess. That represents Pisces.
Heck yeah. That's fantastic. Well, Pisces, show us the love and show us that wonderful Pisces love by hitting that subscribe button. We would appreciate it. If you're over on the Sonoran Mystic Tarot channel watching this, pop over to Your Love Goddess and show her some love too by hitting that subscribe button. And then as you can see behind us, Cards and Constellations is our shared channel. Please go over there as well and give it some love by hitting that subscribe button. When you hit subscribe, make sure you're hitting that notification bell. Even if you've already subscribed to one of our channels, check out the notification bells and make sure they're working, because we do have reports of those notification bells not doing what they're supposed to do. So turn them on. And so therefore, from now on, you don't have to search for us. We'll find you. When we pop something up, we send a notice to you. And therefore, you don't have to do anything but enjoy what we're sharing with you. And that's what we love to do. So with that said, love, light, and blessings from Ms. Bonnie, myself, and our families to you and to yours. Blessings, love, and light. Bye-bye.